I think in the beginning you don't want to counter early as Yamato. I understand the need to, especially if you run Kikonojos.
Seeing a simple 6 here for a 3, and we're going to see some shenanigans with,
Oh,
yeah, remember that guy, Mihawk. And
interesting.
bringing out Arrested Kikunojo.
That is interesting.
Of course, if Lucci removes this Kiku, right, we'll get to grant Connor a life.
No.
Sorry? No, we don't. Not in this particular case. And why is that, Alex?
He did not take the life.
That's right. No, I didn't. We countered. It's a pretty good counter. So we are going to try and remove this, it seems.
Look at these.
Yep,
Awesome
and there's
dice.
a who's who, new who's who from OP08. We're going to trash a card from hand that'll blow up a 3 cost or less. So, moving right along, didn't grant the life to Connor as we just saw. Not too bad, not too bad. No blocker established. Looks like we have about 3 cards in hand here. Maybe Connor's thinking a 6 might be enough to connect. Of course, that who's who is not just a 2K, it's also a 5K body. So it's able to deliver some pretty decent pressure here against Connor. Ooh, a simple 5 swing. Still a double strike swing. Ooh, and it gets a 2K out of the hand. And then going in for another 5 with Mihawk. Oh, that's going to take out a 3 cost or less, that Tempest kick trigger from life. Oh, we're going to play down the Nami. Yep,
Yeah.
trash a card and blow up a card. Yep, not bad.
Interesting build. Trashing an Arlong. You don't see that card being played often.
Oh, that nasty trigger, right? To just what is it, rest something as soon as it comes out of trigger, or
I honestly
no,
don't.
it makes something not be able to attack.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And it's also an on play.
The on play I believe makes it not attack.
I haven't seen that Fishman card in a while. Remember there when everyone was trying like thousands of different Yamato builds, and one including a Fishman variant.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got some Fishman here. Got a new one of the new Namis right from the latest set. Yeah, a lot of spice here. Not bad. Of course, we're still at 4 life here as NCOS, holding pretty steady against Connor.
I wonder if he plays more of an egghead build.
Hmm?
So he plays so he plays the event.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Ivory Quasar help?
That sounds about right. I'm pretty sure there's a Quasar in there. Oh, we're gonna see a simple 5 swing. It can be easily countered by that Sabo body. And there's a rush ace, and we do have the rush since we're at 2 life as Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Debating if this swing is going to go into his Sabo or if it's going to go into life. I kind of like going for Sabo here. Yeah, so the response is a 2K, and we will give it to Connor. And then a 5 swing to life, we will take that as NCOS. NCOS will be going down to 3, which we'll have updated here just in a moment. And Connor is at 2 still. Choosing to save that Sabo. Going down to, I think now with draw for turn, it's 2 cards in hand. Risky? And we are at the, is that 9 Dawn? So Moria can come down here. That was the last card in hand for NCOS before he pitched that 2K. Or he Miracle Drew, but it doesn't seem that way. He seemed to be grabbing that Dawn for an attack.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1 Dawn up here for Connor. Maybe an event like an Elthor.
Or Quasar.
You don't even know what that card's name is.
I don't.
Oh, what is that? 5?
Yeah.
5 at Nami? Doing some board clear. It's a quite an interesting way to do it as Lucci.
I think you would save it.
The Nami?
I mean, what? He has 6 cards in hand?
Gonna decide to let that one go.
Huh.
With now 6 Dawn remaining, 5 now. Leader skill, 6 swing to life. Gonna give him a 2K for that. I don't think he milled. No, he did not mill and select. I think you have to.
I think it's optional.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's optional. And seeing another Sabo effect, which is kind of sus when
Hello.
you're at such a low hand count. Um, draw 2, trash 2 is not quite its value. I'm trying to stabilize with these blockers so that Connor can't get full value of leader swing. But if we're at the, let's see, oh wow, big swing. That's a block.
That's a big
That's a big
swing.
block. And we're going to 3 more Don, going 7 into Sabo, which this time it can't be paid for by a 2. And then paying 3 Don, or no, it was 5 Don? Yeah.
Yeah.
For another rush ace. We're going to see a 9 swing to life connecting. And so now NCOS will be going down to 2 life with Connor also at 2 life. Look at those nice ace. Fire boys. And going to start with some pressure from... Oh, we're going to go into the ace, 7 into 7, and also reducing that same ace. Oh, no, we're going 7 into life. We took it. Yep. And we're reducing that ace, bringing it down to a 4 cost. Let's see. Oh, we're going to choose Rebecca as our first target with that Moria. There he is. You know him. You love him. Yep. Helmepo. Cool. -3 to the same ace, I presume. Are we seeing a Brook with this pickup from Rebecca? Oh, the Spandine for the Lucci door. And of course, this goes to 4. Yay. Thank you to Jeremy, who's brought by these very pretty dice and indicators of cost reduction, etc. Got to do some returns here to the bottom of the deck from Spandine first before we conclude. I also have to replace the character. Thank you. Looks like we'll be leaving our board like this. And then with Lucci, we also have to send 3 more to the bottom of the deck. And there it is. Yep, that ace will be taken out, reducing his board down to 1 character. See a 0 cost in hand for Connor, and about 3 other cards, including this event. There it is, a little power boost going up, I believe, +2 or +1. It's +1.
Yeah, +1.
+1 for that Blaze split. Gonna rest the Rebecca, and that was ×2. We're gonna throw the rest on the ace here, and that's not nearly enough counter. That's what, a 12K swing?
Yeah.
Oh, ace got in there, and Lucci's not gonna be able to survive that one. So counter is gonna be our victor here, going 1-0 at the tournament so far. Quick finish, as usually Yamato games can be, and of course we saw NCOS try and get in there with some blockers like Sabo, right? Go down low in hand, but trying to stabilize as much as he could have. He got there with a Moria, however, not enough since Ace is able to just come in there and Yamato doing its thing. So that's our round 1. We'll be right back with round 2 in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Here for round 2 at the Oviedo Mall here at Versus Games for another exciting round. We'll join our players here in just a second. There they are. We have Lefty Tricks on the left, and we have, you got it, Brandon Corpus, this time partly clothed.
The Greed.
The Greed. And, yep, I believe Lefty Tricks is on the Doflamingo. There you go. And Greed is on Ploofy. You know, thanks for doing Franklin a solid here by playing Ploofy, making me happy. As yeah, I did pilot Ploofy almost to top this past weekend at one of the was it the store regionals?
Yeah, store regional
over at Cool Stuff South Orlando. Pretty fun time. Pretty fun time.
You got
almost close, almost got
place?
it. 20th, yeah. And not great. It was all right. I had a fun day.
It's fine. You were at table 2. You were
I had a variety of matchups. I was pretty happy with it. So speaking of them here, this is similar to my round 1 where I lost. It was against Boa as Ploofy. And so Blue just bottom decks all of your annoying stuff like Magellan that usually makes your opponents cry. So it's annoying, but they have a solution for it. Just needing to spend basically their whole turn on it, though. 7 Dawn for the Gravity Blade, for example, and 6 for the Red Rock. But so then they also have Jinbei, right? And that'll splash another character. And of course, Doffy is about splashing more characters, unlike Boa was. So this is potentially a worse problem. But Greed has access to polys. I'm sure he plays them, maybe a full 4. And so we could see some polys come down here to take out the 4 cost or less, right? Perfect for Doflamingo characters, as most of them are going to be 4 cost or less. And so you can kind of try and like stay with the board presence as best as you can as Ploofy. Of course, Kaido helps with popping characters as well. But just got to keep mindful of Blue's removal events. That's pretty much it. Yeah, as both players are pretty much up and ready to go. Both of them with their 5 life. And it looks like, yep, Doffy's taking the first curve, which is fine. Fine here is Greed, because if you want to, you can ramp up to 5, drop down a Magellan, set yourself up next turn to ramp up again and go for a poly. So it's pretty good going second. Course, both of these starter decks will be going crazy the next couple of weeks. I'm excited. Alex, I'm sure you are as well, for all of our decks to get a little upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
Right? A little level up. Hey, Lizozi. I might have butchered that, but thank you for the follow. Welcome. I like to say a big turn 1 from Ploofy. I said that all of my turn. Yeah, because you don't have a turn 1. You just pass. Oh, and there we have with the Jinbei, and we're going to see a little Gecko Moria. It's a 4/6 Gecko Moria coming down.
I mean, you could argue little.
Compared to the, A-drop Black Moria.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And we're going to counter that 7, yeah.
Passeruni.
We're taking our own life. Countering, with a 2 and a 1 is pretty good here. Don't want to make it easy. And we're seeing 4 here. I think we're going to go straight for it. Yep, there it is. Taking the life, leader skill, ramping 1. Now we're at, going to do, looks like a 6. Both players probably just calling the Luffy ability here.
Mm-hmm.
And how crazy it is, because it is. Now I could also see Greed going for more of maybe an ulti page 1 combo here, since he just used 1 Dawn to swing with. And that looks like that might be it. We're going to send 1 back, and we're going to get ulti page 1, classic combi wombi from Ploofy. It's great, right? That like Ploofy has all of these cards in the purple pool, but the ones that exist for Straw Hats are not necessarily the ones in its deck. Ploofy.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get there later.
Yeah, right?
Just not yet.
Almost there.
Almost
there. Pretty good. Establishing some board pressure on Greed's side, and the best way that you really can with the ulti page 1 combo. Now we're at 4 Dawn. We'll go up to 6. We'll leader skill go up to 7. And with 7 Dawn, we can use a poly. That's right. And blow up a 4 cost. Probably going to be that Gecko Moria. Establishing a 5/6 body here, which is not unlike Lefty Trix's side of the board. Just got the big box topper Perona. Seeing a swing for 6 from the Jinbei to start things off with. We'll pay for that with a blocker Sanji. 2K. We'll give Gecko Moria character a 7. 7 swing. And yeah, that you can't have all the counter in the world, so that's acceptable as a take. And we're going to see a 7 leader skill from Doffy. If Brandon just got a counter from life, he might counter the 7 here as we drop down a Crocodile. Crocodile will be able to bounce, I believe, if it wants to, the Perona. But no, you have to tap a Dawn for that effect. I apologize. Yes. A classic mistake on Sim for me personally. Oh, you need to rest the Dawn on play. Oh, it's not that broken. Yeah. Can't be that broken. I think Greed's deciding to pitch or nah. I can definitely see him doing it. I think it's a 0 cost he's thinking about. I think there's an event. It may be a Sheep's Horn. Nope, it is 0 cost. And is that a Linlin?
Yeah, I was a mom.
At least she was there for you. You used her for a counter. You know, in a way, she kind of gave you a life. That's mom. So yeah, we'll be going to 6. We'll have a decision point on whether we go to 7. I feel Greed would go to 7 if he has a poly play. He has 3 cards in hand though, so maybe nah.
The swing 5 into Croc.
Yeah,
We will let it go through.
all right. That acted as a blocker for us. Could see 5 into 5 again with ulti into Jinbei. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And we both both the Doffy and the Pluffy can play big drops towards the end of their game, but if we can take out this board from lefty tricks as Greed and maintain our own board pressure, we can get an edge here. Now we will do the Luffy ability. We will go to 7 Dawn. Is this going to be a poly? It is. Okay, good. So we got a card out of hand, right? From the 5 into 5. Now we'll get rid of, we'll ramp 1 further, right? And we'll be able to KO a 4 or less. Yep, there it is. Just as I thought, the 4/6 Moria is gone. And now we could go 7 into the Jinbei if we want. Or is this going to life? Probably into Jinbei character. Yeah. And it's gone. Perfect. Board clear. And it's pretty manageable now. We have 3 pretty good bodies here on Greed's side. So now it's about, well, here's where we are, right? Gravity Blade. Do we have it? It's not, you know, like we'd have to spend most of our turn. And a small little hit. Oh, we're going to do Perona. Maybe Gravity Blade plus a 5 swing.
I don't think I saw Gravity Blade. Yeah.
We're also at 6 Dawn now, so we can't. And Red Rock, not
that
ideal
feels
of
bad.
usage. Yeah, not an ideal usage here. I mean, a 1-for-1, and you hope you get a card out of Greed's hand or remove a character with a 5 swing. It's not great chances. It looks like we're committing to a 7. Onto ulti and leader skill. We saw that it was a gecko, so we're going to put that down. Okay, this makes sense. Leaving 3 up, maybe for a Doffy blocker. Yeah, we're going to give up the ulti, no worries. Yeah, yeah. She did her job. She brought out a boy, and she swung. Hey, Brandon, it's over here. It's us. As
I
he's,
see you too,
making
buddy.
direct eye contact. How you doing, bud? Oh, a 5 swing to life with that Perona. Figure that may happen alternatively. It may seem expensive. I would 2K if I had to, based on the hand of 3 that Greed has left. I don't love it, but you're not getting this life from me. Yeah. And I have 2 6s on board. You have 1. So now I think we're up to 10 now. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Greed's on minimal hand.
Was it 2 or 3 cards in hand?
I think it's it may actually
I think
be
it's 3.
I think it's yeah, it's 3 with the draw for turn. We could take control of the board here. Alternatively, Lefty Tricks has about I think 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, it looks.
I think
3.
it's a I saw
4.
Pudding and a couple of I think those are 2Ks.
Yeah, it looked like 2 2Ks in a pudding.
Yeah. We could dawn up 1 if we don't have a big boy and kind of just go at this board. Of course, these Peronas don't need any dawn commitment to take out. Or are we going 6 into 6? No, 6 into 5. Leader into the leader. And of course, we will take that. Lefty Tricks will go down to 4. Where will I was going to say our second 6, but it looks like we're going to go a 7. Is this going to be a 7 at lead? It will. And so we'll get rid of a 0 cost in the pudding, leaving behind 2 cards, which I think were those 2 Ks in hand earlier.
Yeah.
Crazy. 0 cost event from life.
Yeah, because I know he does have. I think it's a Croc and a Mihawk in
Mm-hmm.
hand.
Mm-hmm. And so we can maybe guess as greed, he's thinking long term. A gravity blade could come down. Do I want to use my Dawn for characters? Or do I want to, go in for some swings? But I think he's favoring swings here. So with 2 cards in hand, he's asking for a 2K from Lefty Tricks if this is going into Gecko Moria. It's a 7 and a 6, or potentially a 7 and a 5 to leader.
Yeah, it was a big mom turn for
Oh, we're
sure.
going to lead.
But
Okay.
he did toss it earlier.
Yeah, I mean sometimes that just happens, and also this you just gotta kind of try for these. This oh great, the poly comes down, fantastic. Just leaving behind 2 Peronas, it's great. Um, Again, the gravity blade could come down, but we have a pretty decent board here. Even if he removes 2 of them, you spent mostly your whole turn doing it. And we do know how these Lefty Tricks does know more or less what's coming up next as far as his draws go, right? Because you did see a peek with Perona. So even if you gravity blade on a full 10 Dawn turn as Doflamingo, then yeah, in this case, I guess you can go 5 with Perona and 5 with Doffy.
Yeah, still no gravity blade for sure.
It's just so sus because Doffy is very good at going, these 5s and these 6s, right? Here's another 5, and asking Ploofy of a card every swing. And that's where it can get annoying, right? I mean, that's what makes its matchup against Zuro very sus because Zuro is just crazy aggressive, tiny swings, not good. Doing everything we can here. I mean, we're using the polys, we're taking characters out, and we're seeing a 5 to lead, leaving up 7. So I don't know. Did we draw the gravity blade?
No, he did not.
Okay. Okay, so 7 with about 3 cards in hand.
So he should have 4, I believe.
4 cards in hand. As Brandon, going down to 1 life is a little scary. He's just got the 1 card in hand, though. Doing a large think. Then 1 card in hand without, like, yeah, it is pretty scary as Ploofy. You're, like, being in top deck mode without, like, a board of, like, 3 9s, for example, Urashima, Kaido, Linlin. It feels pretty good when you have all of that on board. Yep, we're gonna give up the 2K. Again, an expensive give, but we can't afford this. Now, yep, 6 swing. Okay, so we're gonna put Jozu comes down.
Yeah.
Pretty neat addition as it can be tucked in here in these Doffies. We're gonna bounce. Goes the hand, and yep, there we go. Got to remove 1 character. Not a huge turn from Doflamingo. Here's our top deck draw. Couldn't make it out.
I couldn't either.
It would be crazy if that was a Kaido.
Or a mom.
Mom?
Healing life.
Yeah, I mean, it's more, yeah, healing life, removing the character. You still have control of the board. You give up the only other card in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of these Doffy lists can play, I'd say probably like 2, right? You don't want to clump up your deck too many. With too many Jozus, but I mean it's pretty neat. It has its interactions like you saw bouncing. Similarly in Boa, right? You could probably get the leader skill draw from the Jozu. It's pretty good utility. I think we're seeing a 7 here to start off with. We're gonna pay for it with a Croc and a Perona. Counter of 3, going down to like 2 cards in hand as Lefty Tricks.
Yeah, 2 cards.
Okay. Well, giving up Dawn. 9 to go. So I didn't see the card drawn from Greed.
No, but it doesn't.
It doesn't seem to be a Kaido or a Linlin because we're using this Dawn. So another 7 in a life. Paid for with a Mihawk and a Doflamingo blocker.
No cards in hand.
Look, Ma. But we can't say that because he pitched Mom earlier. No hand. We got 8 Dawn left.
What that Don doing?
I mean, ooh, just a simple 5.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to commit any Don, so.
What is that? 7? Urashima? Oh, 6. Okay. Just a simple Doffy blocker. Sorry, Doffy blocker. Sanji blocker. Leaving up 2.
Pretty good.
Probably no blast breath, but they don't know that. With Jozu, Perona, and Leader on board. 2 cards in hand. Will he go for game? Lefty, is it too risky? I suppose the blocker makes it a little sus.
Yeah, you can't swing 3 times and it all go through.
Yeah, we got to remove the blocker. So maybe we go about this a different way. There's very few cards in hand. Let's start with a 7 and a 6. That goes through. Let's do a Perona peek. Going down to, I believe, 1 in hand as lefty tricks.
Yeah.
Very good. Seeing what kind of probably needs to leader skill. Oh, the red rock coming down to take out the blocker. Okay, we'll have to use 6 for this. So we can go 5-5 or 7-1. There it is. We already saw the top, so here it is. What is it? It's the 3rd Gecko Moria.
That's okay. That's crazy.
Oh, baby, it's a triple. And with that, the board is clear, and there's only 2 cards in hand from Pluffy. This is looking scary. I don't know if 9-drop Kaido or Linlin's enough to make me feel safer here.
I mean, 9-drop Kaido would take care of 2 bodies. So that would be okay. Technically 3 because you could just swing.
It'd be 2 bodies for sure. Based on the hand of lefty tricks, it's unfortunate that neither of these Peronas are sideways, and then you would attack with leader into one of these Peronas.
That's what I'm saying. So if you have lefty tricks doesn't have a hand, so he could swing 6 into the Moria, play a Kaido to pop the Jozu, or no, I'm sorry, pop the Perona, swing into Jozu.
Yeah, that's fair. And then at least we'd die slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, clearing 3 bodies out, only leaving lefty tricks with 2 bodies to swing with. That would buy us a turn. Then it's like, do you don up all of you? You don up to take out the Kaido?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh no, then he draws the 2nd red rock. He's definitely got a page 1.
Yeah, I saw the page 1. I didn't see the 2nd card.
He's leader skilling.
Ooh.
He can't take the life just for yeah, he's going to give it to him. It was pretty, unfortunately, yep, lefty tricks will be the victor here. That's happened to me as well, as Greed is doing, is where are my Kaidos?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you want a mulligan for the right stuff, right? Like the polys in this case, but then you see your polys, but you don't get your Kaidos or your top end. He had to get rid of that Linlin at the start. That was very unfortunate. But this matchup is just kind of like that for Pluffy. It is a little, you know, you do your best with it with the polys, but it is rough when you get the gravity blades, the red rocks at the right times, and the board swarm to go with it. So great showing from both players. So we will bring round 3 over to you guys in just a moment. Stay tuned. And we're back with round 3, and where players are setting up, Mark is helping the cameras look nice and neat, and I believe we're gonna see once again yellow-green Yamato take the stream, as well as maybe our first dragon. Mm, I don't know. We'd have to look back at the archives, but I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So that'll be an exciting one for us. We saw Yamato take the stream earlier. It's going to be a different player this time, and we'll get officially like our names and all that here in just a second.
These guys are super ready to go, man.
Oh, they're super ready to go, says Mark. There we are. We have TGN, and we have Space Weeb, and we have see. Yep, yellow green Yamato on the left, and we have Dragon on the right. Players have already started to take away. Let's see how they're doing. It looks like we went first as Yamato, probably good, versus Dragon, taking the first curve away from him. Big swing for 8 double, and Space Weeb going, yep, I'm taking that.
Yep.
Let's see how... oh, we see 2 of these Namis here for the rest of Dawn perks. Pretty good.
Actually, pretty good.
Pretty good. See what kind of other shenanigans this Dragon deck contains. Space Weeb, welcome to the stream. Not sure if we've had you before. Welcome, welcome.
Both of their first time.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. Yep. I just caught up with TGN a little bit. He's a frequenter here at Versus Games, but I believe it's his first time on stream. So best of luck to both players. As it should be their first time each. So pretty good round here at Versus Games. Seeing if in this Dragon deck we may see a Rush Zoro, a classic 3 cost character. Gonna see a 6 swing get countered. Oh, I know her name starts with a B. Help me out, Alex. Baccarat?
Yes, Baccarat.
Baccarat?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for keeping me
Just
true.
just like the gambling game.
I don't gamble, Alex.
I know.
You have a problem.
That's just, it's slightly a problem. I don't play that.
Oh, there's a Nami. We've seen her before. We're going to pitch a card and do a little paparoni on the Baccarat that we just saw come down. And a simple 5 swing. We're going to see a counter there. Passing it over. Life 4 for TGN and 3 for the Space Weeb. Going to our 6th Dawn turn now. Thanks to these Namis, we get to make great use of our rested Dawn, being to attach them to other characters that Dragon puts down. Maybe, again, like a Rush Zoro. In the red color, we have tons of things that have Rush, don't we? We've seen the 5-drop 6K Luffy, which also has the Unbreakable.
Oh my god, another one.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Another one?
Yeah. Now, I know this guy has 2 forms from the Alabasta. You love him. So we get to attach some rested Dawn again. So here's the first one. Here's the Nami, the first one. And there's our second one. And of course the leader.
Well,
that's the
yeah.
I forget his name. It starts with an S.
Yeah,
Chaka.
Chaka.
Sorry, it's Chaka.
Yep. So Chaka put 2 under Dragon, and then the other Nami put the 3rd one on Dragon.
Thank you so much.
Pretty insane.
There we go. Got to trigger Satori off. Not bad. Going up to 7 now. No blockers out. About 5 or 6 cards in hand. We have 2 bodies of 5. I don't hate a huge swing here. Just to further put Space Weeb down to 1, maybe. Separating 5 Dawn. 4. Since we have 2 5K bodies, I don't mind just, oh, we're going to use 5 of them here.
4.
Establishing a Frankie. 4, sorry.
Yeah.
To establish a 5K Frankie. That's why I had 5 on the brains. With our last 3, we're going to see an 8 swing double strike. We'll pay for that with, 1, 2, and a second 2. Okay. Now we can go.
Just a 5.
Yeah.
And then a 7.
We can go 7 if we use our leader skill, which is looks like we are. Yep, there we go. TGN will be using the leader skill of Yamato to give Nami 2 more Rested Dawn. And we're going to see a 7k swing.
Yep.
And that's going to take it. Yep, the Sanji and the Yamato we pitched from Space Weed might have been
Trigger?
our counters. Yeah, it
We
seems like a trigger.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Ooh, jet pistol?
I couldn't tell if it was a pistol. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
classic
gosh.
pistol. Ooh, taking out the Frankie just played. Very nice. Nice timing on that trigger. Very good. Very good. That's right, boys. A jet pistol may come back in a smallish way. I won't say a big way, but that is in my pet deck. Red Ace coming out. Also getting upgraded with the starter decks. Coming to a versus games near you. Now, as we have a body as Chaka, and of course we could drop down now that we're at 8. We could see Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
With some more Rested Dawn shenanigans. That's what this whole deck is. Pretty neat. You know that that Whitebeard Nami, quote unquote, it never saw the light of day. I always tried to make it work. Haruta. It's a Whitebeard character that basically does the same thing as this.
Oh,
as
yeah.
this Nami, but I believe it's a 2-drop. I think.
I think so. Yeah. That's true. We never that card.
Oh
just
man, I
didn't
tried to
see
make it
anything,
work in Marco not that long ago. I made like a Whitebeard variant. I was like, all right, let's try and use Haruta. If they kill it, that's fine. Oh, 1-2 and another jet pistol. Taking out the Nami as the target. Getting some revenge for popping a character earlier. Now let's use Chaka's. Let's give 2 down to Dragon. 1 Nami to give it to Chaka. And here's the other Nami, presumably in just a second. We do have 4 done left. I couldn't tell. That's not a Karasu, is it? In hand from Space Weeb?
I can't
tell.
I think it is.
Oh, it is. Interesting. Or not. It is Revolutionary Army, and so is Dragon.
Yeah.
So we've seen the power reduction onto the Satori. Very good. And as you can see, folks, both players making use of our TCE evolutions. Dice and see reduction indicators, etc. We're gonna get a neat little word for that. Yep, here's the... Yeah, these Nami's giving tremendous value here for these Rested Dawn. Let's start with the 7 swing to the 4K Satori, and that's going to go through. That's fine. Now with our second Nami, we're going to use that on Chaka. That's going to connect as well. Trigger. Okay. It's a Satori. We're going to pitch the 2 cost event in order to bring it out. Okay, so 2 Satoris triggered out of life for TGN. Not bad.
All right.
All right. Not the biggest body, but we'll take it. Only 2 cards left in TGN's hand, though. Classically, here towards the end of the game, you may want to see a Hody Jones from hand come down to help you out, and it's going to be a little scary to do here since we're going to be here at 2 life. So Hody would bring us down to 1. This Karasu is a problem. Don't like that for Yamato. So much value here as far as getting to use Rested Dawn. Like, this deck can't really do anything interact with the Namis. You know, they'll never swing, but also they're not really in danger of getting popped. We're going to see the strong 9. In this case, it's not going to be a double. It's just a single. And a second. Oh, yeah. That's enough. A 10 can't be solved with that hand.
Is that 2 or 3?
I think it was 3. I think it was 3K of counter for that 10K swing. That yep.
Yikes.
TGN will take it in his first game here against Space Weeb on stream. Congratulations to both players. That was a great game. A great quick game. Yeah, a red deck versus the Yamato deck. It can't last more than about, what do we have here? 10 minutes?
I mean, it's
I can't tell time. It moves linearly. It doesn't
Yeah.
move like that for me.
Oh,
But
yeah.
pretty good game, of course.
That's
And
not Mark Daly. I'm sorry.
I can
That's
be
not
Mark
the-
Daly.
this whole time. And so we'll go out and congratulate our players. Bring you guys round 4 here in just a moment. Stay tuned. And we're back with round 4 and potentially our final round. We will let you know that, but we're back for another exciting game here at the Oviedo Mall at Versus Games. And joining us will be 2 familiar faces to Versus if you have been around before. On
Yes.
one side is going to be Greg. I don't know which side he's going to be on. I think it's going to be the left.
He's gonna be on A side.
He's going to be on a side for sure. And then on the
The
other
side.
the other side is going to be Gerald. So we'll have them up here shortly. So I believe it's going to be BY. Yep, there it is. BY, Luffy versus Luchidor. And of course, we're going to get started here in just a second. You know this matchup, tried and true. Probably not going to be a smooth finish for Lucci, as that's where it can struggle late game to close things out, just because of what BY can do. But we're going to see what these 2 players can bring here. Greg D. Elgato and Gerald D. So both players are still shuffling up, and we're going to make sure they use their indicators there from TC Evolutions, as they probably should.
What?
Since it's BY versus Lucci, I'm going to be doing some cost reductions, some power buffs. So these indicators should get used. Not sure if there's any kind of a spice in Nightloaf's deck. I know he did pilot this deck to, I believe, a runner-up finish this past Saturday at another, at the same store regional I
Yep.
was at.
Yep.
I believe it was second, going in second rather, to Evan, another one of our frequenters here, regulars at Versus Games. I think that was also a BY Luffy versus Lucci, or it might have been a Lucci mirror match actually. I'm not 100% sure. I think Evan might have been on Lucci that day. Would it have been a mirror? Huh. Evan's been known to play both.
I know Evan won with Lucci. I'm 99%.
Then yeah, then
I'm
he was using
99%
Lucci, yeah.
certain that
It was a
Gerald was on
mirror
Lucci
match
as
then.
well.
Yeah, a mirror match. Starting off here with, yep, it looks like Greg is going to get the second curve. We're going to start off with a search event. Didn't get a look, but hopefully we didn't bot deck any Morias against BYs. I always just internally think, Moria. When they do a search at the top 5. I'm sure it never happens, but nice. Nice toss there from Nightloaf. None of those are Navy. They can all go there.
They're not needed.
Trash. Seeing a quick Boris for 4.
They're just trash.
Oh, they are. See a 5 swing. Lucci classically hating these little. And I'm gonna see some draw power. Yeah, that's can't remember the turbo pack or no, not that.
Oh god.
The same one that the Shura comes in. Right?
Yeah. Dash pack.
Dash pack.
Yeah.
That's it. I was like, not turbo. That's something else. That's Yugi, isn't it? Turbo pack.
I was like, I haven't seen that
Draw
pack
2,
in
trash
forever.
2. And may just be yep, it's just a pass. Not swinging, not putting any cards in the trash with Lucci. That is the temptation. It's just like, I want to set my trash up, but it's just rough.
They might again.
Ooh, paying for that 5 with a 2K. I guess we gotta. And the first Sabo comes down. So we did see it earlier, got recovered. Gonna go ahead and trash Egghead Luffy and trash Borsellino. And Greg seems to be a fan of the Borsalinos, as they're sometimes rotated in and out of these BY decks. I'm going to see a 5 into the 6. Of course, that attack won't do anything, but we will get the cards into the trash and establish a Jack for 7.
Is that Is that Samurai Jack?
That is the pronunciation, so yes.
Oh.
Going to 8 here as Greg D. Elgato. Will we see
Is
the
that
8?
hold on. Is that Greg D Elgato?
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Or is it Greg Delgado?
What did I say? Yes. Ooh. 7 left. Okay. 6 and 6. Coming down on Lucci. And a 7. Man, we're getting aggressive. And another 5 for another Sabo. You know him, you love him. Draw 2, trash 2. See a Moria already in hand for later. At least 1. And can't. Oh, Hiyori. What did we give up then? A 1 and a 2?
I believe so, yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, and there's an
Oh.
8-drop E-show coming down. Now we're going to do a little shuffling of the hand here on Greg D's side. If we take out the Moria, that'll be hype. Here it comes. Gerald is flipping over the first. It is a Sabo. And oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is, the Gecko Moria getting picked, going to the trash. Probably never to be seen again. Until Greg D draws the second one. And, of course, the Jack will do its thing. Pretty good turn as Lucci. Luffy is still at 4 life, so we've done very well to maintain that. As long as we establish our characters here as Lucci, we might have a shot. We just have to weather the storm of this, like the shenanigans. Oh, we're just going to see the swing into the Jack, and it will clear the Jack. Interesting.
Oh, bottom decking a Moria.
Not great. Not great. Got to carry on. I'm sure Gerald knows best, and that was fine. Let's look at counter in hand. Maybe there's the Ice Age on top. We just drew a.
It was the Luffy.
Maybe there wasn't that much in hand to counter with. Not worth. Have a Rebecca in hand now, and a Sabo. Rebecca, Sabo, Ice Age. See if this Isho gets a quick old Dawn on it. Or we may not be swinging, of course. As Gerald, we may be trying to just continue to establish board here and make sure we're ready to go in for a swing. We are going to throw the Dawn, it seems. And we're going to throw on the... Okay, probably looking for some board clear. Everything's got the -3 now, thanks to the Isho. Of course, I wish you were using our indicators. Greg D. Elgato.
I mean, he hasn't buffed.
And there we go. We're going to send those
should-
3 to the bottom. And we're going to do a good old Luchador for 4. Yep, effectively, yep, board clearing BY Luffy, who's still at 4 life. While we have we have a 4, we have an 8, we have a 9, we have a 6. We have a pretty good board here. Oh, our first Flampe has hit the board to try and get some life out of this. Try and get some hand out of this life, rather. Nightloaf is, I'm sure, quite practiced in this matchup. Not a great one for Lucci traditionally, but he is a good player. We'll have to see how Greg D responds. Looks like we're setting up 5. Not sure if we want to go for the Luffy that would trash a card from life. But this is kind of scary now when we have an E-show we're staring at. Okay, it is. And we're going to pay another 2. And we're going to do some Hiyori shenanigans. It'll go back to 3. Okay, going to do some Sabo spells. So now this protects our Luffy. There it is. We have some indicators on ourselves now. Yay! Wait to see if he's going to use the Luffy ability from the character to trash the top card in life and gain that power buff. But first, we're going to start with a 7 to lead, and we're going to swiftly take that. And that's it. Passing it over. So we're 2 life, which is smart. We don't have a ton of cards in hand either. This might be kind of scary for Greg D. Starting off with the Isho swing. We're going to take that. Followed up with a 9. How do you like that? Are you going to Sabo block? Of course, we are at our full 10 Dawn here. This Khalifa might even be a threat. Oh, he's thinking about it. Wonder what Knife Loaf's thinking here. Oh, he took it. All right. 5 to lead it is. Are you going to give me your... Oh, that's right. It can't do any damage, so we're just going to do that for the cards in trash. Of course, Sabo spell is active, so nothing can get removed here by getting popped. Looks like a Rebecca will get us a 2K back to hand. And we'll play out a Spandam. Oh, we do get a 2K target out of that, thanks to that brand new Who's Who. And establish a Sabo pretty good. I mean, if you're thinking like, oh man, how does Lucci really like combat the BY Luffy matchup and, you know, hope to stay in there as best as possible? This is how. Again, Nightloaf is a very good player. I'm sure he's played this matchup true and true again. We are at the 0 life. Full power. 10 Dawn. Can BY do it? What is that, 6 cards in hand, though? No, there's more than that. It's not more than 8. Oh.
Just a few.
I'm giving up 1 for hopefully another 1. We may be missing a piece, which is why we're doing this digging. It's good that we started with a Sabo and a Luffy. And at this point, I think, as Greg, you're probably just powering through as much as you can. We got to make Nightloaf give us these blockers. Ooh, giving up 1 for another
search?
Juan. Oh, there's another Morrigan. Okay, so at this point we have 8 Dawn left. And we have 0 life, so we're probably going to use 2 of them. At least we got some counter with those Garps. Yep, there's 2. 6 left. All right, looks like we're doing a little think here. Gonna make sure we have our sequences ready. Proper order. Options assessed. Punch hard as you can as BY and have some blockers to fall back on. Seems pretty good. And we're going to go in with a 9 swing to start things off with. Nope, 10. I wonder if that'll be a quick Rebecca block.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good. Now, yoinks. Leader skill, trash 1. Target, blocker Sabo. And pump Luffy. Okay. We're intending to go for 1, if not both of these. There's 2 Dawn. And we don't have both of them. Yeah, leave them in life first. Let's see the little Luffy first, bud. Or there's a Sabo. Sure, that's fine.
Paying the
Yep,
other
pay the other
last
2.
Yep.
Yep, there it is. Cool. Everything's good so far. There we go. Pump 2. 0 life. Draw 2, trash 2. Giving up a 1 and a 2, it looks like. With so few cards in hand, they're bound to be, useful counters. And we are now swinging 11. And we'll give up the Sabo for that. And that's pretty much it. We have to stand with these 2 Sabo blockers. We're at 9k leader. Sabo skill is active, so nothing can get popped. And we have about 4 to 6 cards in hand. We're going to start with the Isho swing into the Luffy. We're going to counter 2, saving it. 10 and a 2. Giving up Sabo. And another Sabo for the draw 2, trash 2, and the Sabo spell. So 2 blockers, almost the same board state. Will we be able to, stay up here as Nightloaf with our blocker? Thanks to our blockers. Yeah, just gonna go straight away with the pumps. Okay. 9. A quick Rebecca. There's no way we counter this. That is a few cards in Greg's hand, though. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Again, Nightloaf has played this matchup through and through again. Assessing what's possible. The likelihood. We are going to give up the Rebecca, it seems. Yep, there it is. Definitively hits the trash. We're going to go in with another 9. Perhaps Nightloaf is a little nervous here. Maybe he does know what could happen. Because we're taking this life down to 0 and 1 Sabo and a dream. Looks like we're going to go ahead and put the 2 on the lead. Pay a single 1. Is this another Garp? It is. Crazy deck. Oh. Another Moria put to the bottom.
I'm pretty sure that's the last one.
Sad day. Yeah, it was number 3 or 4. Yeah, for sure. Getting the little Sabo, it looks like. 6 Dawn left. No. 5. I mean, rush ace and pray.
I don't think he plays it. I didn't see an ace.
They're in and out of these lists. They're not all, united on it, but just trying to think possibilities here.
No, yeah.
2 swings, 1 blocker.
I mean, with
a sizable hand.
Yeah, with that size of a hand, I don't think there's much you could do. I think you have to block her up.
We're paying 2 more. Little Sabo. Leader skill. Are we doing it here? And we're only going to pump to 7. I think Greg D is feeling this one out too. He'll pump up to 7 with one of these kids.
Yeah.
3 Dawn remaining.
Only 3 cards in hand. Yeah, there's.
You have to keep both these Sabo block. You can't attack with the other Sabo.
No.
Looking through the trash here, Greg maybe he thought he had something else in there. Or coming to the conclusion that this might be a little sus. Might be, obviously good news for Nightloaf as not just being the victor, but the victor of a bad matchup. Safe to say. Showing yous at home, it is possible. is right here with just a, let's say he goes and gets the Sabo and goes pumps the 7 as a leader. It'll be a 9 swing with the 2 down on it, and another 9 if he attacks with the Sabo, which is not what we're doing.
He's gonna play the Luffy.
And now we have to leader skill.
Yeah.
Pitch a Hiyori, 1 to 2 cards in hand left. Okay. This Rocket Luffy won't be able to take anything out. This is just going to be for the buff. And he should be pumping up to 2. He drew 1. Oh, missed it again. Technically here, there is an interaction he should be minding here.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be cool and let this... Yeah. He should resolve each one. And we're going to go for major swing. 2 blockers, which I don't know. We probably could counter out of this 12, but probably just give up the Sabo for it. And hand check, we're down to what? 1 to 2 cards in hand is Greg D.
Only 2 cards. Which I think he's mathing it now. I think if he has the counter, I think it might be better to counter. That just seals
Nightloaf was
deal.
fortunate, and being able to get some counter from earlier searches like that Who's Who from the Spandom. He might have it.
Yeah,
there it is.
does.
He's paying for the counter. And I agree with you. Yeah, paying for it may be best here. Start with the Isho. Give me a 1. There's a 1. Give me another 1. And showing us the numbers for the rest of the swings.
Yeah.
That's, I think, going to lock this up for sure. Yep, and there's the second, and there's the last. And that's going to be it because his last card was only the 2K in hand. So Greg D will not be able to take it against the Lucci this time, it seems. Nightloaf piloting the Lucci is the solution to the matchup, it would seem. So GG's all around. That was an exciting one. Of course, again, any Lucci's at home, it is possible. We just saw it. Lucci can take down the black-yellow Luffy. The circumstances are there, I suppose, right? Bottom decking Morias does help. And yeah, just knowing the matchup and knowing when and not to swing is going to get you there all the times. Yeah, so good game. I believe that is going to be it. So we'll just go ahead and congratulate everyone for joining. Thank you guys for joining. And Mark will be with you guys in just a second, I believe. Right? So see you soon.
And that's going to be another wrap for this one, y'all. As always, thank you so much for watching. You can check out our latest video upload right here. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. And as always, keep on gaming, gamers versus games.